Hi, this is an exam revision video for Cutting Edge Starter, Unit 11. In this unit, the grammar we studied was past simple yes-no questions, past simple WH questions. The vocabulary we studied was transport and travel, time phrases, and holiday activities. Let's look at transport and travel first. So we have some verbs and nouns that go together. We have go by bus, go by train, go by plane. And you can add different vehicles if you want. Then we have go on a journey. Now this picture is a guy walking. It doesn't have to be the only way to journey. A bus, a train, a plane is a journey too. But basically, if you go from one place to another, it's a journey. Usually it's a long journey as well. Then we can have be early and be late. So in these two pictures, we have a man who is waiting for his train, so he's early. And then we have a man who is running after his train, so he is late. And then for tickets, we can have buy a single ticket, buy a return ticket. Single is when you go from one place to the other. Return ticket is when you go the same, one place to the other, but you come back. So usually it costs more money. Then you can also have buy a travel card. And this is the same as a ticket, but usually it lasts a day, a week, or a month, and you can travel as much as you like in that time. Okay, so this was all language to do with transport and travel. Let's look at past simple yes and no questions. So here we have a picture of two people meeting at the airport. One finished their holiday, one is just meeting them. So this person could say, I had a good holiday. This is the past simple. But for the question, which is what this guy is asking, did you have a good holiday? Did you have a good holiday? The question form is did, then the subject, you, then the verb, have. Notice when she is speaking, it is I had, but for him, it's did you have. We don't use it in the past form there. The past is in did. And if we change the subject to he or we or anything, it is did he have a good holiday? The answer you give to a question like this is yes, I did. No, I didn't. This is how you answer the short question, yes or no. We don't say, yes, I went. And we don't say, no, I didn't have. That's wrong. Now remember we studied regular and irregular before. I visited, for example, or I went is irregular. In the questions, the verb form is the same, the original. We don't change it. Did you visit a museum? Did you go to a museum? And please remember was, were, we've studied this before. Was the weather good? Were you in a nice hotel? There is no did when the verb is was and were. Now let's look at past simple WH questions. So we've had, did you have a good holiday? Let's look now. That's did you have a good holiday? Let's look now at WH questions. So, did you have a good holiday? The answer is yes or no. It's quite simple. But if you want more information, you need to put WH before the question. So we can have what for a thing, where for a place, when for a time, who for a person, why for a reason. And the question word goes before did, subject, verb. So did loses its capital letter and we have it like this. What did you see on holiday? Where did you stay on holiday? When did you go on holiday? Who did you meet on holiday? Why did you visit there on holiday? So these are all common question words and how to use them. Remember, for was, were, you can use the same thing, but again, you don't use did. What was the weather like? Who were you on holiday with? So this is how you ask past simple questions using a question word like a WH. Now, time phrases are important in the past simple. Usually, if someone said, "What did you see on holiday?" you could answer these questions with time phrases. I got my passport in 2018. In with a year or a month. I went to Saudi Arabia 2 years ago. Ago means before today. Last year I went to America. So the year, last one. When you're telling a story, you might want to tell it in an order. So you could say, first I went to New York. Then I went to Los Angeles. After that I went to Disney World. And in the end I went to 3 places. So if you're telling a story in the past, these words will help. And then, yesterday I booked another holiday to Greece. So this helps to talk about a recent past. So these are the time phrases in the past. And then the final thing to go with the theme of the whole unit was holiday activities. Here are some examples, mainly in Dubai. First, eat out. If you don't eat at home and you eat in a cafe or a restaurant, it is eat out. Go on a boat trip. Trip is a bit like a journey, but it doesn't really take you to anywhere. It just goes around and comes back. Go walking. So an activity with go. Visit museums. Museum I used before. It's a difficult word to say and to spell. Check how you spell it. This is a place where you have paintings and old things to show history of places. The museum here is the Louvre in Abu Dhabi. This picture bottom left is difficult. Go sightseeing. If you split the word up, sight is a place that is interesting and seeing is to see. So to go sightseeing is to see interesting places in a city. So in Dubai and Abu Dhabi, a good way to do this is on the bus, the sightseeing bus. You pay on the bus and you go around the city and you see all the sights. In Dubai, you can do this, go skiing. It's an activity to do. Notice you have double I. You can also go shopping and you can go to the beach. Okay, so these were all the holiday activities in the book. So the grammar we studied was past simple yes/no questions, past simple WH questions, and the vocabulary was transport and travel, time phrases, and holiday activities. Good luck with your studies.